mic. Yes, carry on, brother.
Hello, good evening. My name is Sivam. I'm from Malaysia. I'm actually been all over the world to do the best to get the most peaceful mind for all over the brothers. Okay, I have a company in Malaysia which have all the people working with me, including Africans, Pakistanis, Bangladesh, Thailand, and few other countries. What I find here, I would like to talk, I will be very pleased to, and thanks to you all to give me opportunity as the last talk. I was following up these for around 8 years, So why am I disappointed here now? When you talk about the peace, it should not come from only the word. It should come from the activities. Okay? The major things going on in the world is not in the way of peace. You must understand the most peaceful language is come from a love. What is going on in the Middle East now? It's politics. I just now doesn't want to voice out because the politician is here. I don't want to see any politician because the politician, the world become crashed. Okay? I am so in anger because why, So my question here is very, very clear. You cannot deny it. If you do the good thing and the best thing, even I giving the best thing to my staff, is from all over the world. I'm taking them as my own family. Then when I die, he said, I didn't carry the good things. I didn't go to the correct place. Who went to the heaven and come back and tell that I never been the whole place?
Brother, what's your question? Brother, this is a question answer time.
Yeah.
What is your question? You have already given
My question is very clear. Yes, I was looking into the question all people putting on you. I'm very clear. It's all a basic question. I'm asking the floor. 80% or 90% of you, don't you understand what you say? You all should know very well. It's written in Quran. Everybody should know. What you are explaining now, just now, is all a basic, which I know. I have a lot of brothers working with me from all over. My question is, you cannot deny a person, if it is, I respect all the religions. Hindu, Emadan Sambandam, you know what's the meaning of that? We respect all the religions. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat fish, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat anything. Okay? I got 3 children, I even touch my hand with my wife, Just now you told me Hindu can marry more wives. I ever, never, even my wife die, I die. It's something like that.
Brother has asked a question. Brother, I've understood your question. You have given a short speech.
Yeah.
This is a question answer time. You are talking about practice and you are breaking the rules. The rule I got.
You give me a clear answer. If you are a non-Muslim, if they do a lot of good things, even I pay for the masjid or what, I done everything for church and all. You are telling me that I don't get the correct message to go to the correct place?
Brother asked the question that if a non-Muslim gives charity, etc., and he said that, will you go to the correct place? Your question is everything garbled. You have to ask simple question. You have given short speeches that you should not read book, you should practice Middle East, you have family. You said so many words, but there was no clear-cut question. A question should have a question mark in the ending.
What I'm trying to say is very simple. Can you give me the answer? If non-Muslim, good things, even give our life to Muslim, we didn't do the best for you all. Even when I die, many people say it's very pity we're not Muslim. Is this correct answer?
Brother is asking that if a non-Muslim does good things like he has given charity, so when he dies, will he go to heaven or hell? That's what I understand. Brother, the answer I already gave earlier. When you sit for an examination, like when I sat for my 10th standard ICSC, there were 6 subjects I had to pass. Science, English, Hindi, history, geography. I had to pass. If I get 100 out of 100 in 5 subjects, and one subject, science, I get 10 out of 100, will I pass? I will fail. So similarly, the criteria to go to Jannah, to go to paradise, is you should have faith, number 1, righteous deeds, exhort people to truth, exhort people to patience and perseverance. You may be a righteous person, you may be giving charity, etc. But if you don't have faith, if you don't believe in the one true God, if you don't worship the true God, you fail the test. So for you to pass, you have to pass in all the 4 criteria. Iman, that is have faith, believe in one true God, should not do idol worship, should not believe in false gods. Number 2, righteous deed. Number 3, exhorting people to truth, that is dawah. Number 4, exhorting people to patience and perseverance. So if you do not believe in the one true God, and do not worship him alone, associate partners with him. Under no circumstances in the next life will you pass, you will fail. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Zakir Naik. My name is Adnan Jahangir. I'm a medical student and I'm an atheist, but this lecture has convinced me otherwise that Assalamu alaikum is one of the best greetings. My question is, how...
So you're an atheist
Yes.
or a Muslim?
No, I'm a Muslim. I'm an atheist, ex-Muslim.
You were a Muslim, now you're an atheist. Okay, brother, go ahead.
All right. My question is of two parts. First one, what is the stance of Islam on evolution? And two, what is the stance of Islam on apostates? The first one, it's how does Islam deal with evolution when, as I'm a medical student, my professors, when they show me the skulls of how humans have evolved throughout millions of years, from Homo habilis to Homo erectus to us Homo sapiens, and when they show proof of how evolution has taken place over the years, how do you disprove that when it is fact? It is not theory or it is not a hypothesis anymore. It is fact. How do you disprove that, if you could answer?
Brother Jahangir has asked a question that what is the Islamic view on theory of evolution? And brother, if I reply to you, then will you come back to the fold of Islam?
If it's a convincing enough answer.
If I give a convincing reply, will you come back to the fold of Islam?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Good. Brother Jahangir has asked a question. He said you are the Muslim and now he's an atheist. And he asked, what is the view of the theory of evolution? For complete, you can refer to my talk on Quran and modern science, which covers in the question and answer session theory of evolution. As far as the question on theory of evolution is come, there is no book so far that I have read which talks about fact of evolution. Theory of evolution means a theory. And when we talk about theory of evolution, we start thinking of Charles Darwin. He wrote a book called The Origin of Species. And in that book, he says that he went on a ship by the name of HMS Beagle, and he went on an island by the name of Calotropis, and there he saw birds pecking in niches. Now, depending upon the niches, the holes they pecked, the beak became short and long. Based on this observation, he propounded his theory of evolution. He propounded his natural selection. And Charles Darwin, he wrote a letter to his friend Thomas Thompson in the 19th century. And he said that I do not have proof as far as my theory of evolution is concerned. There are missing links. But because it helps me in rudimentary organ, it helps me in classification, I have propounded this theory. That's the reason when we were in school, if we had to tease any of our friends, we used to call him that you are the missing link. If you were present, Darwin's theory would have been proved right, indicating that he's a monkey. We used to fool around. So there is no proof regarding Darwin's theory at all. It's a theory, it's not a fact. Now in most of the schools, they teach Darwin theory as though it's a fact because they don't have any alternative. Because of that. But no scientist at all can say for sure. Yes, there are many scientists who support Darwin's theory. But as far as recent times are concerned, most of the scientists today they do not agree with Darwin's theory. As far as you talked about the 4 waves of hominoids. First was the Iceman, then was the Neanderthal man, then was the Cro-Magnon. All these that you find, there is no link between them. There is no link whatsoever. According to P.P. Grassi, who held the chair of the evolutionary studies in Paris Sorbonne University, he said, it is letting your imagination run too wild to assume, based on few studies on the vestiges, on the skeletons, to think that we have been created from him. There is no link at all among all these 4. So Darwin propounded. Now many things of Darwin is correct. For example, life was created from water. That Quran also says in Surah Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 30. The Quran says, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. We have created everything from water. Every living thing from water. Will you not then believe? So this is correct. So many things of Darwin is correct. But as a whole, everything is not true. That we have been evolved for apes, that's not at all. If there was evolution today, we should be having some people who are in between monkeys and human beings. We don't find that in any museum. Brother Jangir, if it's true that species have been evolving, today we should find some species at least which are in between the human beings and the men. I would request the audio technician to increase the volume a bit. The audio technician, wherever he is, can you increase the gain please? Jazakallah. Jazakallah shukran. That will have less strain on my vocal cords. So all these today, even according to molecular biology, according to the specialists of molecular biology, they say it is absurd to think that our DNA of the human beings have been evolved from ape. It's not possible at all. There are many books written against Darwin's theory. Now just because there is no substantial fact, that's the reason in school yet you teach about Darwin's theory. But if you read the latest researches, most of the scholars today do not believe in Darwin's theory as a whole to be correct. No scientist today yet believes. Very few, there may be few. But the majority, they disagree that we have been created from apes. And that's what the Quran says, that we believe in the theory of creation, not in the theory of evolution. The theory of creation, not the theory of evolution. Or rather, I should say the fact of creation. Hope that answers the question, brother.
No.
So where was the question? What did you not understand?
What you say, it is true. It was true. 150 years ago, it was true. It's not Darwin's theory anymore. 150 years of research has said that it's not once. He was just the one who started the ideology of evolution. It has gone over loads, 150 years worth of research with the latest scientific advancements, that it's not what you're saying. When my professor shows me proof, it's not just from apes, which is completely certain. When you see proof how the common cold evolves pathogen, like when it changes its own morphology just to keep up to date with today's vaccines, it's evolving its defense mechanisms against today's latest vaccine.
Brother,
that's evolution right there.
Let me tell you one thing.
It's not Darwin's theory anymore.
Let me tell you one thing, brother. I am a medical doctor. And there are many researches being done. If it turns out to be a fact, it has to come in the medical college.
It is in the medical college. I'm taught this in university.
Sorry?
I'm taught evolution in university. It's
not
in school anymore.
I'm talking about medical. University, you learn about theories and researches. Even in medical, you learn about theories and researches. Once it becomes a fact, it comes into textbooks of medicine. I don't know of any textbook of medicine in any college in the world which says that we have been evolved. It is all these are theories, and I know the research is being done. Even Darwin's theory never came in the medical textbook. And even what you're talking about, I know there are new and new researches being coming on. But none of them yet has proved it to be a fact of evolution. The statement by itself, theory of evolution, means it's a theory. So by English language itself, you don't have to be a researcher. When you say theory, it's a theory. When the theory becomes a fact, it changes. That thing changes into a fact. So by the basic you saying theory of evolution, it means it's an hypothesis.
No.
It is not yet a thought. It's not yet a fact.
There's a difference between hypothesis and theory. A theory is something in science that has the highest honor. When something gains the word theory, it's fact. The theory, in theoretical terms, it's the theory of gravity, but we don't say it, we just say it fact. Same way we say the fact of gravity.
Sorry, what did you say? Theory of what?
Gravity. If you say it in theoretical terms, but it's
no theory of gravity. It's a law of gravity. I'm sorry.
Law.
I'm sorry.
It's the law of evolution.
I'm sorry. Your knowledge of science is very weak. It is Boyle's law. It is not Boyle's theory. It is Archimedes' principles. It's not Archimedes' theory. Whatever's theory, when it becomes a fact, it changes into law. I'm sorry, your knowledge is so weak, and I wouldn't like to continue. Your knowledge is so weak.
My question,
I'm not here to teach 2 + 2 = 4 in the audience. Yeah, in the question answer session, you ask a question, I give the answer. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, you throw it.
Okay, just
The thing is that if your knowledge is so weak, you're saying theory is the highest thing in science. I'm sorry, you're absurd. I'm a medical doctor. Theory is the highest thing in science. I'm very sorry, brother.
If someone
I'm
can
Jahangir,
disprove,
brother, I'm very sorry. Theory is never the highest thing in science. If you think just because you're going to a university or coming to fool the people here,
I'm not.
I'm totally sorry. Theory, if it becomes a fact, and if the theory becomes a law, it may reach a high standard. But theory by itself, it's a theory, it's a hypothesis. Once it gets converted, it becomes a law, it becomes a fact. Newton's law, it becomes a fact, it becomes a law. I'm sorry to say that by itself, calling it a theory means it is not yet an established fact. The heart pumps blood. Is it a theory or is it a fact?
it's a fact.
No,
Because there's
the
proof.
theory of heart pumping blood. Theory of heart pumping blood now. Now if I'm going to teach you English language here, I feel you are wasting the time of the people. Surely, if you can't understand simple English, that what is the difference between the theory, that theory is the highest thing in science, then I'm sorry you'll have to go back and learn science.
What about the
Do we have any non-Muslims on any of the mics of the sisters? Okay, we have one in the right-hand side. Go ahead, sister.
Salam alaikum ji. I am a Hindu, Amuta Ramesh. I'm a diploma engineering. Sorry to asking this question. Hindu believes their religion, Muslim believes their religion, but when both are meeting, Hindu will not trying to convert in Hindu, but the Muslims, why do they are trying to convert in Muslims?
Sister, if I understood your question correctly, when Hindus meet Muslims, they don't try and convert the Muslims to Hinduism, correct?
Yeah.
But when the Muslims meet the Hindus, they try and convert the Hindus to Muslim, correct?
Correct.
Sister, it is like giving an example. There is a student who goes to school. Maybe he's in the 7th standard or 8th standard. There's another student who goes to postgraduate college. Postgraduate college. Maybe he's doing his master's. Now when they meet, will the school student try and teach the postgraduate, or the postgraduate will teach the school student? Sister,
Yes.
will the school-going student teach the postgraduate student, or the postgraduate student will teach the school-going student? Sister, I asked you a simple question, not a difficult question. Sister, have you understood my question?
Yeah.
So will a student going to school will teach a student going to a senior college, postgraduate college? Or
No.
will a student going to postgraduate college will teach a student going to the school?
Post-graduated only.
Correct. So in comparison, when the Muslims, what we believe, we are postgraduates. So when we meet our younger brother who are in school, it's our duty to share knowledge. We don't want to be selfish. I don't want to be selfish. You know, those who are selfish, the person should not be a graduate. You know, let him suffer. Let him be in school only. If he comes to college, postgraduate, he may take my job away. Those are selfish people. We, mashallah, we are selfless. It's our duty to spread the message of truth. So when we meet a non-Muslim, whether Hindu, whether Christian, whether Buddhist, we tell Ta'ala vila kalmitum sawa'im baina bainakum. Come to common terms. And we try and educate them. We don't want to degrade them. We try and educate them so that they can become a postgraduate. And both of us will get a good job. The good job is going to Jannah. So we don't alone want to go to Jannah. We want to take our brothers and sisters to Jannah. Sister, do you want to go to Jannah? Do you want to go to paradise?
Jinnah.
Do you want to go to paradise?
No.
Do you want to go to paradise, yes or no?
I want to go to heaven only.
Heaven, yes. Another name for heaven is paradise. There are some rules and regulations to go to heaven. As I mentioned in my earlier answer, according to the Hindu scriptures, according to the Quran, according to the Bible, if you want to go to heaven, you have to believe there is one God. You have to believe He has got no images, He has got no photograph, He has got no idols. Sister, do you believe in one God?
Yeah, I believe Hindu only.
You believe in Hindu God. Do you believe that God has got idols?
No, God is not idol.
So do you believe in idol worship?
Idol version I am believing also.
You believe in idol worship?
Yes.
So if God doesn't have idol, why are you worshipping the idol? Aren't you going against your Hindu scriptures? Your Hindu scripture says in Svetasvatara Upanishad, chapter 4, verse number 19, and Yajurveda, chapter 32, verse number 3, Na tasya pratima asti. Of that God, there is no image, there is no photograph, there is no painting, there is no statue, there is no sculpture, there is no idol. So do you want to follow your Hindu scriptures or you don't want to follow your Hindu scriptures?
No, I want to follow my culture only, Hindu only.
Culture, not your religion.
My religion is Hindu only, I want to follow.
But your Hindu religion is based on Vedas. Have you read the Vedas, sister?
No.
Isn't your duty you have to read the Vedas? When will you read it? Tomorrow? Or tonight?
I don't know, I will try.
I request you, sister, read the Vedas tonight.
No, but
No, but why you can't read it at night? You can read at night, sister, no problem. Veda and Quran you can read day, you can read night, no problem. My request to you, sister, go home, go on the internet, type the references I gave. Yajurveda chapter 32, verse number 3, Svetasvatara Upanishad chapter 4, verse number 19. You know, in Kishanganj, I gave a talk in Kishanganj just 2 weeks back. And it was a 3-day program. First day, it was a talk. Second day, open question and session only. Third day was talk and question. On second day, and the deadline in India is 10 o'clock on Supreme Court. But when 10 o'clock was over, one intellectual Hindu came and told, you know, Dr. Zakir, what you're trying to do, you're talking about communal harmony, what you're trying to convert and blah, 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 blah. I only believe in Bhagavad Gita, I don't believe in Veda. I wanted to answer him, but the time was up. So I told him, when you come tomorrow, inshallah, I will give you the first chance. The next day, when I gave him the first chance to ask the question, he said, full night, I did research. I phoned the scholars of Hinduism, the Pandits, and I was shocked that they said that whatever you told, 100% was correct. In Hinduism, there is one God. Hindu scriptures speak about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said, I could not sleep the full night. So he made my job easier. So I'm requesting you, sister, that tonight you go home. If you don't have any Pandit to ask, you can Google, you know. Sheikh Google, we say Sheikh Google. Or Pandit Google, go there, type all the references, try and find out, and tomorrow you can come and ask the question again, sister. Inshallah.
thank you.